Salutations YouTube, my name is Armor D. I hope that you guys are having a fantastic day. Today we're going to be talking about my overall first impressions of Call of Duty World War II. This is not going to be an in-depth review by any means, it's just going to be my first impressions with the around 12 to 15 hours that I've put into the game. Most of which is in multiplayer, but I have put some time into the campaign and I have put some time into the zombies. So first of all, let's start with the campaign. Like I said, I have not finished the campaign, but I have put enough time into it to feel that I think overall this is going to be a great campaign. What I've played so far, the characters feel very interactive, they feel like they're actually have character. The past Call of Duties haven't really been like that. I can't remember any of their names. I don't know why anybody's doing anything, and the motivations are so blurred. In this, the bonding between the characters is very present. There's a lot of character development, and the storytelling is overall just really good. The level design is also something really good. I think most Call of Duty campaigns, this is probably their strong suit. They're interactive and it feels like you're playing through a movie, which some people don't like, but some people also like. I personally like that. One negative thing I will say about it is that the AI is utter crap, both on your team and the enemy team. Your teammates will not kill anybody. You will be being swarmed with enemies and they will just shoot at butterflies in the sky or whatever. Besides that, I think it's a good campaign. Up next is Zombies, and Zombies is, as always, just amazing. It's similar to Black Ops Zombies. However, they did implement a few changes. For example, they put a creator class in, so you can now pick between several different loadouts, where each loadout has different abilities and different perks to their disposal, and I think this is something really great. I'm looking forward to experimenting with it more and playing with friends and setting up different types, setting up our roles, and I think it'll make for great replay value. The visuals are also amazing, the graphics are good, and that goes for both the campaign, zombies, and multiplayer. And I think with the zombies, their models look amazing. One of the things I don't like about Black Ops Zombies is that they don't really look intimidating or scary at all. The zombies in this look terrifying, and that's a good thing in my opinion. They also have a few spooky and horror elements added into this that I think most people will not be expecting, but once you see them, it'll be quite shocking, and I think most people will enjoy this. So overall, the campaign is good and the zombies is good, but now let's get into multiplayer, the thing that most people buy the game for. Overall, I think the multiplayer is a very fun and enjoyable experience. I haven't had this much fun with a Call of Duty multiplayer probably since Black Ops 2. I think Black Ops 2 was most people's favorite Call of Duty, and it was mine. And personally, so far, I'm enjoying this a lot more than Black Ops 2. That might be because I haven't played Black Ops 2 in a long time, but it also might be because this is legitimately a good multiplayer. The maps that shipped with the game are really good. There were a few that at first I wasn't feeling, but then when I started to play other game modes, I started to enjoy those maps more. And I don't think every map has to be good on every game mode, but so far all of the maps are really good. One of the biggest things in Call of Duty is having fun kill streaks, and I believe that they have done that very well in this game. The kill streaks are very fun. They're a little bit too hard to get in my opinion. I'd like to see that knocked down just a little bit, but if you play hard and if you play the objective, they're not too difficult to get. And I think that they reward the player, but they're not too overpowered for when somebody gets a kill streak, they can completely dominate the entire lobby and make it unenjoyable for anybody else. The primary focus should be on good gunplay rather than just getting a handful of kills and then wrecking the entire lobby. That is fun for the person doing it, but it's not fun for everybody else on your team and on the enemy team. Up next we have the mechanics. The mechanics basically stay the same from each game, and this game is no different. However, the one thing that normally does change is the dolphin diving or the sliding. In this game we have dolphin diving, and I think they've actually implemented it well. The past two games that have had dolphin diving were Black Ops and Black Ops 2, and I think in those games they were basically useless. The only time I saw them being used were jumping onto the flags and domination, and that's about it. In this game, you're actually at an advantage if you dolphin dive. It speeds you up just a little bit so that if you're trying to avoid a grenade or enemy gunfire, you can get behind cover just a little bit faster, and it's very useful. I find myself using it all the time, and I thoroughly enjoyed the change that they made to it. Create a class system has gone through a little bit of a change. We now have divisions, which essentially you pick one division per class, and it gives you a specific perk, which, for example, the airborne division, you can unequip and equip a silencer on SMGs, and you can use other guns if you're running the airborne division, but you don't have that advantage of using a silencer whenever you want. And you can equip at any time, and you can unequip at any time throughout the match, so that's really good. Then you have basic trainings, which replace perks, and you can equip one basic training per class, and each basic training consists of around 1 to 2 to 3 perks that we've been used to and accustomed to previous Call of Duty games. Overall, I think this is a good change, and I think it adds an interesting aspect to the balancing of the creative classes, and I think overall it's going to be a good change. Also, something that's good is the hit detection. This has made or has broken Call of Duty games in the past. I think in here it's good, and that's all we have to really say about that. Headquarters is something that's been implemented in this game for the first time in the franchise, but not the first time in video games. We've seen it before in something like Destiny, where it's your social space where you've been put into third person and you can interact with other people, you can pick up challenges, and you can prestige your weapons and your character in the headquarters. You can also walk into a live firing range where it'll turn you back into first person, and you can test out your weapons that you've unlocked and try to pinpoint your accuracy just a little bit more. One thing that they've added into the headquarters that I found really neat is you can actually test out different score streaks. So if you've never used a certain score streak, you can go right into the headquarters and you can test it out on a bunch of bots, and it's actually a lot of fun. So if you've not been given the chance to test them out in the multiplayer match, you can test them out on a bunch of bots, and it's a lot of fun. Now the things that suck about multiplayer. Unfortunately, we have supply drops. I don't think that anybody was expecting anything else from Activision. We've had supply drops in the past 3 games, so why not have them in this one? Although they do feel a little bit more fair, I am hopefully optimistic about this. They have it similar to the Modern Warfare Remastered, where you can unlock different tiers of a weapon, and then you'll unlock basically a calling card and then an emblem and then a different camo, and until you work your way up to the weapon. Currently, we don't have any actual weapons in the game, although we have found in the game files that there are weapons coming to the game eventually, so that's something we had to look out for. So I'm going to be saving up my keys for supply drops, and I'm not going to be opening any until they add the weapons. Another thing that kind of sucks is that we don't have very many maps. We have 9 standard maps and then 3 war maps, and war is a game mode where it's essentially like Rush from the Battlefield series, where you have a series of objectives to complete. One team attacks and one team defends, and I think it's fun. I haven't played too much of it, but overall it's really good, and I think people will enjoy it. The DLC in this game is the same as the past Call of Duties, where you get map packs, and I think this is the worst way to do DLC. I think if you're going to do DLC, you should do it in any way other than map packs. It just splits up the community, and it's not as fun, because if you buy the season pass and you have all the DLC, you're not going to be playing with many people, because not many people have all maps. And if you only buy one map pack, you're only going to be playing with people who have that one map pack. So it's a very good way to split up the community, and I think that's a horrible thing. I think everybody should be playing together. I don't think we should have all these tiny sections of the community playing different map packs. But overall, I really enjoy this game. I think the changes that they've made are really good, and I think the things that they've kept the same are really good. And overall, I think this game is going to be a great game that many people enjoy for a long time. If you guys enjoyed the video, please drop me a rating, please subscribe to the channel, post down in the comments any suggestions and any tips that you might have for me, or any requests for future videos, or even games. I don't want to just stick to just Call of Duty. I want to do other games, but Call of Duty is my favorite game at the moment, and so I will be posting most of that. So have yourselves a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video.